Maharashtra and UP. We will discuss all of this with our panelists this evening. We're joined by Sanjeev Srivastava, senior journalist, and Karan Verma, author and political analyst. Let me go across to Karan Verma first. Karan, how do you see the developments taking place in New Delhi with regard to the Aam Aadmi Party? Today, we had a rather dramatic hearing in the Delhi trial court where Arvind Kejriwal said that the real money trail is about Sarath Reddy, who was in ED custody and was jailed for about 7 months, and he had to pay protection money of around 55 crores through electoral bonds, and this is where the money trail lies, and there is nothing to back the 100 crore bribe claims that the Enforcement Directorate is making against Aam Aadmi Party and Arvind Kejriwal. What do you think will be the national ramifications of Arvind Kejriwal's arrest and the kind of high-pitched hearings that are taking place in court on the electoral landscape?
So, Parikshit, two things. Firstly, Arvind Kejriwal was very selective with his facts, but then people don't pay much attention. So sometimes, it makes the headlines and people don't have the time to get into the fine print. But the truth is, there is a money trail, which the Supreme Court said on 30th October while rejecting plea of Manish Sisodia, that there is a money trail of 338 crores. This is the Supreme Court on record saying that. In fact, even the Delhi court, while denying bail to Manish Sisodia, said there is a 90 crore kickback. And that has been established, which is why Manish Sisodia's plea was rejected. The thing that Arvind Kejriwal is referring to regarding Sarath Reddy, he doesn't make the distinction between an individual and a company. Sarath Reddy is one of the major holders or a director of the company Aurobindo Pharma. It's Aurobindo Pharma that has made the payment in the form of an electoral bond. And in fact, Aurobindo Pharma has made those payments through electoral bonds to different parties, not just the BJP. To put this even more in perspective, they made their first payment in January 2022, whereas Sarath Reddy was arrested in November 2022. So if these two had a connection, Sarath Reddy would have never been arrested. And when Sarath Reddy, again, when Aurobindo Pharma made the second installment of 50 crores, which Arvind Kejriwal refers to, Sarath Reddy was released 7 months after that, in May 2023. So had that been the case of quid pro quo, he would have been released and he would have not been taken in custody to begin with. So clearly these facts don't add up, which is why I think Kejriwal is still in custody.
All right.
I don't see people.
All right, Karan, you're saying that Arvind Kejriwal is being selective with facts. Let me get in a quick word from Sanjeev Srivastava on this before we move on to the next topic in our election discussion. Sanjeev Srivastava, very quickly, do you think what's happening with Arvind Kejriwal and the kind of allegations he's made in court and the back and forth between the ED and him, is this going to have a national impact on the opposition campaign?
See, it's very difficult to take a call on that, Parikshit. We'll really know only on the 4th of June. But two things are clear, that to arrest him just on the eve of elections when the entire electoral process was initiated, the Election Commission has announced the dates, the Model Code of Conduct is in force. At that time, you go out and arrest a sitting chief minister after 9 summons. So there is this valid argument, why wasn't he arrested after the first summon, second summon, third summon, fourth summon? Why? So that lends some credence to his allegations. No, nobody knows it's right or wrong. That if you don't do an alliance with Congress, you'll be fine. But since you have done an alliance with Congress, you'll be punished. So that's the Kejriwal side of story. The other side of the story is, of course, law is taking its own course. ED, CBI, they are taking action according to what is the law. So it's allegations and counter allegations, but in public perception, it is somewhere sticking. That why are so many things happening just on the cusp of elections? Now, whether that will impact the mind of the voter when he or she is franchised, I think right now the voter is so polarized between the pro and anti-Modi camp that I think everybody is just going to stick to their guns. There are not many fence-sitters left in the country. So still, I think the final word we'll know on 4th
Sanjeev Srivastava, very quickly.
Kind of odd that all
right,
these
final word on the 4th June.
To my fellow panelists,
I would like to ask you, the BJP has really cut itself out a very tough task and a tough goal of 400 plus, and they're saying that the NDA will easily cross 400, 370 plus for the BJP itself. Now, to meet its target, it will have to make inroads in states which was not strong earlier, win seats which it has not traditionally won. How do you see the party addressing that in the kind of leaders who have been inducted, the opposition leaders who have quit and joined the BJP, the latest being BJD's Bhartuhari Mehtab?
Is that for me?
Yes, Sanjeev Shrivastava.
Yeah. So I'll be very, very surprised if that is a projection, that is a marketing thing. That is, you're setting a goalpost for public to consume, and so many people just vote to be with the winner. So the entire narrative has shifted, whether the government is coming back, whether it's a 272, 300. So narrative is now that it's a 400 plus election for BJP and NDA, which is very good from the BJP's perspective. But that's the kind of, that's more to enthuse workers, and maybe they know something which I don't know or we don't know. But I think the goal is very far-fetched, because I don't think BJP is making inroads in areas where it has not shown substantial progress on the ground in the last couple of elections. And what if it actually loses where it peaked out and maxed in 2014 and 2019? The only silver lining for them is, I think UP is one state where the BJP can improve its tally and is likely to improve its tally because of the fragmented opposition. But other than that, I don't think how can they make up for the losses they are going to incur at some other places. So UP and maybe a few extra seats in Bengal.
All right.
Other than that, I think it's all so much for public consumption only.
Okay, Karan Verma, whenever we have an election, we do see celebrities and big faces joining political parties. We've seen with Arun Govil, with the BJP, now the latest that we're hearing, and we also, of course, heard about Kangana Ranaut from Mandi. Now we have Govinda joining the Eknath Shinde faction of the Shiv Sena. The politics in Maharashtra is seeing cracks currently, especially when it comes to the Maha Vikas Aghadi. Shiv Sena the Uddhav Thackeray faction has gone ahead and unilaterally announced 17 seats. Who do you think is stronger at this moment within Maharashtra? And just throw some light on the entry of Govinda into the Shiv Sena Eknath Shinde faction.
So one can clearly see the cracks, Parikshit, within the Maha Vikas Aghadi. I mean, Shiv Sena going ahead and announcing the 17 seats when there were discussions already on the 3 seats, which included Sangli and the 2 seats in Mumbai.
The pictures of Govinda joining Eknath Shinde faction is on air right now, Karan. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we all remember that he defeated Ram Nayak, who was absolutely invincible from his constituency some years back. So, of course, he has that mass appeal. Of course, he can cut ice with the electorate. So I think it's, if anything, it gives them stronger feet in that constituency from a standpoint of the celebrity bringing popularity. But I think even besides this, BJP, Shiv Sena and Ajit Pawar faction, they are very strong. They are to announce their tally today, I believe, the Maha Yuti Alliance, which they've called. And on the other side, you look at Sanjay Nirupam, he's given them an ultimatum that he'll only wait for 1 week. And he's even said that the candidate from the northwestern Mumbai faces serious charges, serious corruption charges. He's called him Khichdi Chor and all these jibes. So they are, of course, falling apart. In fact, Balasaheb Thorat, who has been leading the negotiation with Shiv Sena, he has said that we are getting a rough deal. On the other hand, we see pictures right now of Govinda entering. They look a united group as far as BJP and Eknath Shinde and Ajit Pawar are concerned. So they look a happy lot. 28 seats is what I hear the BJP is going to get, and 14 and 4. That is how they are planning to distribute. So I think they are coming together at the right time, and it's all pretty much falling apart for the Maha Vikas Aghadi. Congress, a lot of people are just not happy with the way Shiv Sena went ahead for the 3 seats, Sangli and the 2 seats in Mumbai.
All right, you can see Govinda there joining the Shiv Sena. Those pictures there on your screens. They are going to address a joint press conference in a short while. Sanjeev Shrivastava, final questions to you. Maharashtra is the next important state after Uttar Pradesh. How does the politics there look like? Do you feel that the BJP and the NDA alliance is stronger at this stage than the opposition?
So I don't know. We'll know on 4th of June, which is the real NCP. Is it the Ajit Pawar one or Sharad Pawar one? Which is the real Shiv Sena? Is the Shinde one or Uddhav Thackeray one? which is the real Govinda? Is he the one who contested and won from a Congress ticket and just like my esteemed fellow panelist just said, defeated the invincible Ram Nayak? Will he really repeat that score or will he bite the dust? So it's much on the mood of the people. So the Khichdi Chor, whom somebody is suddenly finding merit in Sanjay Nirupam being a great mass leader. So his constituency has gone to the Shiv Sena or he is being denied ticket. He has given an ultimatum. So a lot of BJP MPs have crossed over across the country. And I'm speaking from Jaipur and Churu. The BJP MP who was denied ticket has joined Congress, is now contesting with the Congress party symbol. So ultimately, the Khichdi Chor has been given ED notice in 1 hour of his name being announced. So that's how much of a election we are having. And the BJP was so confident of getting 400. Why would it, bring out Govinda type with its allied party out of and dust? So who was virtually in the background, not really in that public space. So I still think the BJP looks a clear winner. Right. But all this hype of 350, 400 is nothing more than just hype.
Right. So you're saying that the BJP emerges as a clear winner at this stage, but we have to wait for the 4th of June. And currently, these numbers look far-fetched, according to you. And we cannot miss Milind Deora on the screen there next to Eknath Shinde and Govinda. And he, of course, was a long-time loyalist of the Congress party. He recently quit and joined the Shiv Sena. He's among many leaders from the Congress who have quit recently and joined the BJP or NDA parties for that matter. So let's see, how does this game plan actually work for the NDA in the days to come? We leave you with these pictures, but we're taking a short break. Don't go anywhere. When we return, we are going to focus on the automotive sector with Maruti Suzuki, the market leader in passenger cars, planning to accelerate their focus on SUVs amid dwindling entry-level car sales. A special conversation with the top executive of Maruti Suzuki, Shashank Srivastava.